Susie Locke on behalf of the petitioner, Rebecca Carmichael, who does not appear.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Stephen Carmichael, who does appear personally with me in my office.
All right, we were scheduled for court on December 19th. We set it over to today for issues. There was an MRI scheduled. So we set today as the status. Mr. Patterson, what's the status of the case?
Judge, the MRI was completed, I think, probably late November. The meeting he had in December was for purposes of meeting with the neurologist to have it explained what the MRI meant and what the findings were. My client and his daughter have both informed me that the neurologist has determined that Stephen has the ability to make legal decisions as well as the ability to make financial decisions, so that the fear I had is not something that needs to be concerned at this point by me or the court. So we are actually ready to proceed. I've spent the last close to an hour talking with my client about a settlement offer to send over to Ms. Locke. I think we are about to the point to where I can send that over to her, but in order to make sure this case is proceeding along, I guess my thought would be that we set a new trial date and pretrial date just to work towards, but I still think it's a case that we could get settled, especially now that my client is got a clean bill of health and we can proceed.
All right, Ms. Locke.
Your Honor, I don't have any objection to Mr. Patterson's proposal of setting a trial and pretrial or pretrial and trial date. I will be asking if that is set out very far for another disbursement to be made to my client so that she can pay her bills in this interim period. If the court will remember back, we were set for trial on this case in October, I believe, and then it got continued to December on this competency issue. My client doesn't have really any finances except for her Social Security. And there was a disbursement of $10,000 made to her to get her to essentially today's date. It was about a 3-month period. So if we're being set out very far, we would ask that another disbursement be made pending the trial.
Mr. Patterson, how far out are you requesting that we set this?
Probably to the next court date that we all have available. I think we're down to just 2 witnesses, probably, if I'm correct, maybe 3, I don't know. I would think a half-day setting would be sufficient. I don't know what Ms. Locke thinks.
I would agree with that, Judge. I will only call my client, and we were previously prepared to go forward, and I believe that was in a half-day setting.
Okay. Angela, can you look for half-day settings, please? Darren, when you said you were ready to proceed today, I thought you meant you all were ready to finalize the divorce, but I guess that wasn't correct.
I hope we're getting close to that, but I had to take time to discuss settlement offers with my client, Judge.
Understood.
Did we have February 20th at 9?
February 20th at 9?
Just a moment, Judge. I am available that morning for the half day.
I have that available also.
All right, well, we'll set that February 20th at 9 o'clock, and we'll set aside the morning. A pretrial order has never been done in this case, is that correct?
I think that's probably correct, Judge. And does the court have time for a pretrial conference? Maybe that last week in January or the first week in February or something like that?
For 30 minutes to an hour?
Yes, easily. Just it's either going to be discussions about any evidence issues or putting it on the record as we have a settlement.
Angela, can you look for such a date?
Yeah, our first week of February is our jury trial week. But I have that Monday morning and I know you're not available.
I don't think Monday mornings work for Darren.
Monday mornings don't, afternoons do.
We can do February 3rd at 1:15.
I have that open.
I do as well.
You said January 30, I'm sorry.
February 3rd
Okay.
at 1:15.
It works, yes.
And that works for you, Susie?
Yes, Judge.
All right, February 3rd at 1:15 for pretrial conference.
Judge,
Any
that's-
other deadlines we need to establish? Exhibit deadline and so forth?
We could probably come up with a pretrial conference order by February 3rd if we're going to have to try it. I think Ms. Locke and I will both know by that time whether it's going to go to trial. And February 3rd for exchange of exhibits. I know Ms. Locke's already had her exhibits and had a few she was going to add to it, I believe, but I could probably exchange mine on February 3rd at that time if we're going to proceed to trial.
Any objection to proceeding in that manner?
No, Judge.
Other matters we need to address?
I would renew my request for some funds to be distributed to my client, pending the trial in February. Again, there was a distribution made to her to get her through to trial, anticipating that trial would be earlier than the middle to end of February. She is running out of funds, and so I would ask that some amount be distributed to her. And Judge, if you would again remember back, the respondent canceled her insurance and the court ordered him to pay a portion of that insurance in the temporary order period. Those funds were not received. So there is a major concern about finances here. So if I need to put a dollar figure on it, I would ask that $5,000 be distributed to her from the Roth account pending trial, which Mr. Patterson and I can work out in the settlement statement at the end if necessary.
Mr. Patterson?
And Judge, I would say that the petitioner probably is going to receive, depending on settlements or court rulings or such, at least $350,000 in Roth, so that if we're taking advances on whatever she might receive, then I mean that should be fine out of the Roth.
Okay, well, I'll make that an order of the court then. And how soon can you all make the arrangements to get that distributed?
How long did it take last time, Susie? I was trying to remember.
It was a pretty quick turnaround. You filed the paperwork and I think we had the check within 5 days.
I think so. I think it was within 10 days.
Okay, I'll just include that as an order of the court. Darren, can you put together a short order setting forth the dates and
I can, Judge. And I know that we didn't do an order for that $10,000 advancement. Can I include that in this order with these dates as well as the advancements?
I don't have an objection to that.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay. I'll do that, Judge.
All right. Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Not from the petitioner.
All right, well, I appreciate the updates on the status of the case, and we'll see where we're at come February 3rd. If there's nothing further, we'll be in recess. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.